Alright, that long-awaited project is coming to fruition. What I'm done, and I ain't got none right here in front of me, but you'll see them in the video. We have all these weight clamps for a race car. And I've been reworking some, and you might have seen some pieces in the slop. Well, I've got aluminum stock. Obviously, you know how I get it. Most of it's come out of the scrap bin, metal supermarkets. And I've got some stock suitable to make it. You're going to see several different clips of how I made it, because I made the first one. This one right here is a failed one because I screwed up on the tap and I didn't split it. But I needed more, so I have a block here that I'm going to machine into more. I'm going to combine all these clips together to make a video of making weight clamps of all kind of different configurations. My goal with this was to make the weight clamps with doing as least amount of super concentrated, picky machining to do. Because obviously this is just going to clamp around a bar and have a piece of lead bolted to it. That's what it's for. So, with that being said, that's what we're going to be doing. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Gather everybody around, sit back and watch the show. And, you know, again, like, comment, subscribe, please. And I'll come by and tell you a quick bye with us closing at the end of the video. You guys have a great day. Guys, I'm going to make some weight clamps. I've got two pieces of material. One of them is the perfect size and the other isn't. Now I'm not going to go in here and do a lot of fancy machining except to get my holes. And I'm actually probably solve these things half, because really the only precise thing it's got to be is the hole for the tube. And it don't have to be dead nut. And what I'm going to do is saw this blank out, get it in the mill and center it up, put a center hole in it, and then we're going to put the four-jaw on the lathe, and we're going to drill it, we're going to line these up to the center, use the center to hold it in place and kind of work it, get it close. Again, this don't have to be dead nuts. And we're going to knock us out start working on a couple of clamps today. Oh, and there you go. This this is the only difference between this and the footage I've already shot. Because now I'm just going to saw this up into slots and then machine it just like you see it in the video, the other clips. I'm just doing this to expedient because I've got this block and I forgot I had it. So I'm going to be able to make several out of it, and that way I've got a block to work with, and then I'll just machine everything else out of it. Right here is what you call a swing away stop. See, you got this extra piece on your saw. That way you can swing it away so it doesn't bind up with sawing. So I just wanted to show you that. I know this ain't perfectly in center, but all I need to do is I'm going to face this side here off. In case you're wondering, this is a piece that I've already centered. And this piece here, I centered it up, and I used it. I turned a piece of made a piece of round aluminum stock out of it. This was the end piece that was left on it, by the way. So it's going to be perfect for what I need it for. So I need this side faced off so it'll be nice and true. So what I'm doing is truing this one side up. We'll flip it back around. I'll just get it close enough to where I'll be able to use it, without a lot of trouble. Then we'll go back and we'll turn the thing back around and center it. I just need to get close to this operation. And I may come back and do a little finishing. I want this, because obviously this is going to be seen. And so the other one I'm not going to do that to. I just centered it up on the mill. See it over there. I'm not going to worry about the square stuff neither. We're going to start out with drilling this hole. The reason I wanted to do this in the lathe, this thing's got to be about 1 inch and about 400 thousandths for 1 inch and a half tubing for the clamp band. So the idea here is, and I had to kind of work on And I had to space it out. I had to put parallels in the back. And like I say, all we want to do here is create a hole behind us. So we're going to step drill it. Several different drills that we've got. And then we're going to put a spade drill in and cut the final drill. So we're going to see how we go here. Then we'll start boring. Push that out the back with the boring bar, I guess. That's probably what we'll have to do, is use the boring bar anyway, because I don't think the spade drill is going to clear enough to help me. So we'll just probably have to go ahead and start boring it. I'm boring it now. And this is going to be a little bit of a process. I got me a stop set, so I won't have to worry. I know I got a long ways to go, but let me just check it, because I know I got to go by an inch 400 thousandths. So yeah, I've got 200 more thousandths, easy. So I got a good ways to go. All right, let me let you go. I'll bring you back in the last part. Putting the finishing passes on it, and what I've determined, you need to bore it exactly the size of the tool. So that's what we're going to do. And still like about 20 thousandths. I mean, you know, if you miss it by a couple thousandths, it's not going to hurt, because we're going to slit this and split it anyway. I'm going to finish it up. All right, now what I've done is I'm not spending. This is kind of not a critical deal, as long as the bolt's sort of in the center. So what I've done is I eyeballed center here, and I eyeballed the center here, and then I got it eyeball center there, and it's come back to the same position. Again, it's just not that critical. All we need is to put a bolt down through it, and everything lines up. This won't drill all the way through. But what we're doing right now is drilling a good depth. And when we come back here in just a few minutes and do our countersinks, we'll do our countersinks. We're just going to take a drill and drill down through it for our clearance holes for our bolts. Now, all I'm doing now, I will have to finish drilling these. This will not go all the way through. So what we're doing, I'm just using cutting oil that I've got it handy, and basically we're just trying to get a hole down through here. I'm using that to clean the drill bit off so we can get to it goes. Because what it's doing is kind of welding down in there. We're having the drillers peck at it, get through here. So it's wanting to be a little stubborn because of the extreme depths in the chip evacuation. So we're having to kind of work with this a little bit, trying to weld a little bit on the chips because of this getting in there. I may end up trying to give me some more speed to work with. Let me finish drilling this hole. Okay, hopefully I'm videoing. Let me see if I am. Yep. All right, now I'm going to slow this back down a little bit and speed it up, trying to get some chip clearance left. So what we're going to do here, we've already got a clearance hole, and I'm going to go down about 1.5 inches or so with this for clearance. Again, just to give us some room. These are about 3-inch blocks. Oh, that's about good. There's the inch 700. That's good. Then I'm just going to roll over to this next hole, line it up, do the same. While I've got it in the mill. Again, this is just a clearance hole. We're trying to get it close. There we go. About inch 700 thousandths. We'll go down that one too. Now we're going to bring these back and we'll mill them. So, again, I'm not trying to get fancy at this. I got to mail me some clearances. I'm going to use cap head bolts, regular bolts. Okay, this is the finished product. This is the weight clamp. This is the finished product here. I finished them up. I actually messed up on the other one and drilled holes on. So they make these actually with, I'm not going to do the bottoms for the screw bolts, that they make them like this, but they also mill this in too, similar for clearances, but I'm not doing that because it's not necessary. So this will work. I got one out of all my trouble today. Okay, now this one right here is a factory weight clamp. It uses Allen screws, and this is what's been on the car. This particular one right here, the screws come out. A lot of these galled up because of stuff. This is actually two lowers. I had to split this one to get it off. So I took this one and I reworked it because I had galled bolts in it. And I rethreaded one side large and just milled it just enough to put the bolts in it. So that's one I fixed too. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my weight clamp video. Now I'm going to put a disclaimer out while we get done here. If you lasted this far, this isn't how we suppose. This is my interpretation of a quick, dirty job. Yes, there's tolerances, but it doesn't have to be tool making tolerances. All it's got to do is hold a piece of lead to the roll bar. And I tried to purposely design this machining steps to eat up at least amount of time and energy, because commercially these things are $8 or $9 a piece. You know, obviously I got material here in the shop, and most of mine was bought scrap price, and I've got a lot of time because I'm retired. So bear in mind, that's why I done it. But I also have to keep in mind the economy of doing it. So I don't try to finish everything perfect. Even though my OCD may kick in, I realize this is going to be bolted up under the race car holding a piece of lead nobody will ever see. So that's why some of the things I've done, like sawing instead of milling slots in it, stuff like that, just to expedite the process. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you come back for more. Please click the bell, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And have a wonderful day.